Time to talk Breeders' Cup Turf and Classic, and we have some European influence in both races, of course, in the Turf and in the Classic as well this year. Let's start on the grass, the next to last race on the Breeders' Cup card, and Jon Ivan-Duke from William Hill, one of the world's foremost bookmakers, joins us here. All right, we're talking Turf. We've got Golden Horn, probably an odds-on choice no matter what pools you're looking at. Can he be beaten?
No. Golden Horn is a superb horse. He's probably one of the best horses to come out of Europe in decades. He's a phenomenon. He won the Epsom Derby fantastically well. He's won other races, the Dante, the Eclipse this season. His only blip in the calendar was when he finished second in the International to Arabian Queen, and that was a complete upset. He just wasn't on form that day. He won the Irish Champion Stakes in great style, and his best performance of the season last time out. He won the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe. He beat the best horses in Europe, and he beat them well. It was a phenomenal performance. It's one of the best performances I've seen all season. He will be odds on with all of the British firms. You won't find anything near even money. Probably around about 1 to 2, 4 to 9, that sort of price. Golden Horn will win the race if he is on song. He has had a tough season though. He's had a long season. That would be the only thing that I would put a caveat about Golden Horn is he's obviously travelling over to the US for the first time, and things are obviously going to be played out a little bit differently to European races. But if he is at his best, he wins.
He's got tactical speed. He's actually been gunned to the lead in some races, which we don't see a lot from the Europeans coming over to the U.S. His speed might actually translate to U.S. speed here. I don't anticipate him being too far off the pace. Where do you think Frankie puts him?
I sort of put Frankie Dettori to the side, and I'm sure he's a far better maker of decisions of that nature. But I would just keep Golden Horn pretty handy, quite prominent, I would say. I wouldn't drop him out deep. You need to be up with the pace. So probably not leading, because he doesn't want to be out on his own, but maybe sort of second or third, just tracking the leader. That's probably what I would do with Golden Horn. I think Found is a horse who I really like, also coming over from Europe. Has finished second in 4 Group 1s this year, and also wasn't beaten far in the Irish Champion Stakes behind Golden Horn a few starts ago. Was only beaten a length by Golden Horn on that day. I don't think she'll finish as close to Golden Horn this time. But given the depth of the field, she might well be in the places.
Golden Horn, a standout play for most punters anywhere across the world, and the fact that only one other European horse is coming over to challenge tells you the respect at home for Golden Horn, and I think we'll have plenty of respect abroad here now as he comes to the United States. ARC winners have not done well in the Breeders' Cup Classic. It's the end of the season, and like you cautioned, that could be the one thing if you're going to take a stand against Golden Horn, but there aren't a lot of holes to knock. Let's move to the Classic now. You've got one representative in the Classic from Europe. Typical to see the Coolmore clan bring a horse over and give him a shot in the Classic. We've got Glen Eagles, and Glen Eagles was kind of a mystery horse a lot this year. A lot of races where he declared out and was a non-starter, and they waited around for the right ground and the right distance. Is this the right spot for Glen Eagles in the Breeders' Cup Classic?
I cannot fathom why Glen Eagles is taking part in the Breeders' Cup Classic. He has never raced on dirt before. He's never raced over the trip before. So why send Glen Eagles here when he's been missing engagements on turf over a mile, which is his trip, in England all season long? You know, he missed the Sussex Stakes at Glorious Goodwood, and there was no reason for him to miss that. Numerous other occasions as well. He missed a race in France, he missed a race here and there, and then he finally turns up in the QE2 to face Solo on ground which he wouldn't have liked because it was too soft for him, and he gets well beaten. I think they've seen the Breeders' Cup Classic as an option for him. They might well be right. I've got huge respect for Aidan O'Brien and all of the team at Ballydoyle, but I'm not the only one who's doubting him. However, UK punters have been backing him. 50% of the bets that we have taken, the number of tickets that we've written in the UK, have been on Glen Eagles. He's shortened in price. He was 16 to 1. He's now into 14 to 1. and he'll probably go off around about 10-1 just because of the strength of UK British punters backing Gleneagles. He is a world-class horse, but over a mile on turf. I really don't know how he's going to run on dirt in the Classic, and I couldn't be backing him with my own money.
I'm fascinated to hear what the English and European opinion is of our Triple Crown winner, American Pharoah, because we've kind of idolized Frankel from afar and saw a horse of a generation from, just on TV and across the pond. What is the perception of American Pharoah in England?
Well, he's an exceptional horse, isn't he? I mean, he's a horse of a lifetime. And I mean, given the time difference, most people were sort of watching it over here, and it was the afternoon. In the UK, it was late at night. I was in a bar. The bar was shutting on his final leg of the Triple Crown, and they were trying to kick out all of the guys out of the bar. And I said, no, we're staying, we're watching this. And I was making sure that American Pharoah was on the screen and we could see the race. I was in there, actually, with some of the guys from Coolmore who were watching it. It was just a ridiculous atmosphere when when American Pharoah won, and we went out and we partied. It was phenomenal. I think he is just a superb horse, and most British punters have heard of him, they know him, and they'll probably back him for the Classic as well.
Very interesting to hear the international perspective. Jon Ivan-Duke, great analysis for us tonight in Night School. Thank you so much, and good luck to you guys at William Hill on a very busy Breeders' Cup week.
Thanks very much.